Alright, BGFH back here again for the third level of the Swamp Fever campaign. Okay, so in the last level we we were going okay. I got a little bit lost in the whole swamp, and hopefully this next level or two will go a little smoother and I won't get quite as lost. But like I said, especially if I should bring up that point actually before I continue my little spiel here, is that this campaign, you know, as a lot of this environments kind of end up looking the same, you know, maybe some gamers may have a little bit more trouble because a lot of stuff does sort of look the same. People might get a little more lost. People might have a little more trouble figuring out where to go. The nice thing is that even though stuff does look the same, try to pay attention to subtle little cues like lighting, a key thing that might stand out in the environment, because if I remember correctly, I think Left 4 Dead 2, maybe even Left 4 Dead 1, has some commentary tracks in it, which are really kind of interesting because you get more of an insight into how they're developing the games. And one of their things is they do want to, you know, cut down on some user or gamer frustration. You know, where do I go? I keep dying at this one spot. You know, try to avoid that kind of thing. Make it a fun experience. And, oh man, I will show you that in another mission, but I don't want someone to accidentally pick up my axe, so I'm going to leave this. But you can use a frying pan. Yes, you can use a frying pan as a melee weapon. It's not that great a weapon, but I will say just the satisfying clang of the frying pan when you hit somebody is pretty awesome and worth just playing with a little bit on its own just for that purpose. Oh geez. But, so yeah, I mean, they do try to put like subtle either visual or audio cues into the game that will kind of guide the player through. Okay, now if you hear that low growling, I heard it a second ago. We are going to encounter a tank shortly. Yep, told ya. Do I have a chuckable? Not the right kind of chuckable. I wish I had a Molotov. I'd chuck it right. Oh, hell no! Where are you? Oh, Jesus! Holy hell. You. Oh, okay, you know what? Let me get out here so I have room to navigate. Sorry, dude. Okay, that could have gone better. That could have gone worse. I'm sorry I hit one of my teammates there. Oh, there was a gas can. I should have grabbed that and shoved it out the door. Idiot. Okay, moving on. So I'll try to continue my spiel here. Android. You really do want to go with a Google brand device right now, because unless Google does kind of close their system close their operating system up a little bit more, for better or for worse, you know, you will get some of these carriers, you will get some of these manufacturers changing things or limiting things, you know, oh, well, you can't have this version yet, or we're going to put this weird skin, or put all these other junk apps on your device. So unless Google does clamp down on that a little bit, you're gonna encounter some more of that stuff, and you may not, you know, if accessibility does improve when whatever 4.2 comes out, or whatever the letter K dessert comes out, you know, you may not be able to take advantage of that. So I do want to bring that to everyone's attention, is that, you know, Google's accessibility has improved greatly, which I will talk about here shortly, but it really depends on the device that you get, and just some cautionary things to consider if you do want to check into Android as a viable mobile device, which I can safely say that now, especially with 4.1 Jelly Bean, you do want to consider if the idea of more open system appeals to you, if you like Android or things like that. The phones, generally you can get some cheaper phones than an iPhone. So there are definitely some advantages to going Android right off the bat. Cheaper, a little bit more open, maybe you can tinker a little bit easier. But now the accessibility is getting there. And I think I am totally lost again. I am talking and not paying attention. Yeah, the last level that we played and this level, I apologize again if this is not the most exciting Let's Play. But you will, I think there, even though this may not be as interesting, I do think that this does illustrate, as somebody, if you have a vision impairment, there may be some times where you might get a little lost. There may be some times where you, have some trouble. Yeah, I could go through and try to practice each campaign a little bit before I record these. But I figure, I guess, even if I kind of make myself look a little stupid, it's probably worth doing that to some degree because, then you get to see what playing the game is actually like. That's one of the things I really didn't like originally about a lot of these video reviews that websites would do, is you'd get these, highly packaged, well, here's some video footage of the game, but here's the parts that are cool, or here's the parts that we want you to see, or that the publishers or whatever want you to see. So, like when I talked about Giant Bomb earlier, and they do these quick looks, you get a more, oh geez, get out of the goo, uh-oh, okay. But you get a more honest representation of what the game is going to be like. Did I just go?
Weapons over here.
Where the hell am I? I think this is a side path. Yeah. Alright, I think we actually need to take one of these other places. Oh well, it gives me more time to babble, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, Android, from what I've played with my device so far, it has gone a long way in becoming more accessible, becoming a better device. One thing that I can safely say is that it is now possible, as a totally blind person, to take, to take a device out of its box and set it up independently without sighted assistance. Even though I did have some vision, and I did kind of cheat to see when things appeared, but I kind of kept track of, okay, well, it took about 5 seconds for the first screen to pop up, or 10 seconds. But then I would try to do it as much by touch. Oh no, I fell off the bridge now. As much as possible. Come on, guys. Jesus, this mission is not going well. Sorry, guys. So you can set up the device on your own, just like an Apple device now. So what you do is there is a when the first screen comes up, which is probably takes about, I would say, I would wait 10-15 seconds tops. And there's a new gesture in Jelly Bean where you basically hold two fingers on the device. You hold two fingers, you separate them a little bit, but just hold two fingers on the device for 2-3 seconds, and you'll hear a voice come up and start speaking. It'll say, hold for 2 more seconds to enable accessibility, or something to that effect. And you do that, and eventually what should happen is it should start up a tutorial. Before you actually start and do the full setup process, I do like the touch that it will actually go through the setup process with you. So, you know, like, oh, well, what gesture do I use to interact with this? What do I use to, you know, do I single tap, double tap? How many fingers? It walks you through pretty much what you're going to need to set up your device, which I think is a great idea. Where do we go from here?
Reloading.
I think we go... Yeah, this is one of those damn crescendo events. And this one I'm not particularly fond of. Because if I remember correctly, this is one of those where we have to get across to somewhere. We go out here. And I will pause my story here for a minute while I figure out where it is we're exactly supposed to go. Yeah, this is definitely, I'd say, one of my least favorite campaigns. I just not really into the whole rural thing for this. I mean, I know it helps to differentiate some of the environments, but I'm not a huge fan of... Ow! Not a huge fan of this particular environment, this swamp. Like I said, at least the finale is pretty fun. Oh man, which way do we go? Yeah, this one I maybe should have played one time in advance just to... because I do remember it so little that... Am I going forward or backward, or where the hell am I going? Okay, I remember this. I remember going over this roof. Shoot the spitter. Alright, keep... Aw, man. Alright, get. Stay get. And I think we want to jump over here. Oh, charger! Yeah, don't go after me. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Alright, get. I'm going to start swinging. Okay. Oh, great. We got a witch now. Fantastic. That's... Oh, hell no. Please, no. Don't be right in my path. Okay, I'll try to cover you guys and not hit that propane tank right there. Things are getting a little crazy, and even crazier because I don't remember where it is I'm exactly supposed to go. We're just gonna... keep going this way. Okay, head toward that light in the distance. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but that's what we're gonna do. Okay.
Reloading.
I think we've escaped the witch. And I think we're gonna head up this way is where we want to go.
Reloading.
Sweetness. Do I have a med kit? Yes, I do. I'm gonna use it.
I gotta heal.
Okay, so back to my story here. You go through the startup process, or the little tutorial, which is actually pretty helpful, and then you can go through the setup process. And it was actually really easy for me because I did buy my tablet online directly through the Google Play Store, which they've renamed the Google Market to the Google Play Store. And because I ordered it through there, apparently one of my other coworkers had ordered one just the other day too, after seeing mine especially. He went and ordered one, and there was a checkbox that I possibly missed, but if you check it, basically they will associate the device with your Google ID already, your Gmail address. So after I went through the wizard, it said, it said, oh, okay, here's your email address if this is you. Enter your password. I did, and it just started going through the rest of the setup, which I will talk about in the next video. Let's see how we did. Not very good, not very good, not a tank slayer. Yeah, this campaign is not as good as the rest of the other ones. I don't do quite as good in this one. But we will make the best of it here, and see you in the next video.